Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, we get started here. 24-hour temperature cast numbers for the most part are going to span someplace in the lower and mid 70s. I think we've got a real chance later this week to see some of those overnight temperatures dip a little bit lower. The afternoon temperatures, they've been doing a pretty good job of holding steady in the lower and mid 80s because all the clouds, because all the showers, and I think that continues at least for today. We are likely going to see those afternoon numbers spike up just a little bit as we get through this week, because I think we finally start to get a little sunshine out there. Hopefully we will. I mean, it's been awfully gray and gloomy for a while. Here's what we've got on the radar picture this morning. A couple of splotches where there are a few showers. It's nothing real heavy or real significant, but enough to make those roads a little bit wet, especially from like Quincy all the way past Monticello on I-10, and maybe from Bainbridge past Thomasville and Quitman on Highway 84 and all the roads in between. So if you got that morning commute and you're going to be through some of these areas, you got to expect it to be a little bit wet out there and a little bit slick. Some of these showers are sliding from south and west to north and east. I don't expect them to persist all morning, but I do think we're going to find a few more showers developing, like we're seeing maybe a little bit offshore in Taylor County. And some of those will also lift from south and west to north and east. So showers are going to be something we're dealing with again this morning and maybe even still this afternoon in pockets. It's not going to rain all the time everywhere. It's going to look a lot and feel a lot like it did yesterday and the day before, where there are some periods for an hour or two where it's a bunch of rain. And then there are some periods for a couple hours where there's no rain. That's how this is going to set up. That unsettled look and feel is not going away. We're at 75 degrees this morning in Tallahassee. We're at 70 in Thomasville. The breeze is out of the east and northeast. Some of those dew point numbers are trying to inch down. The more of that northeast breeze we can have, maybe that can help to change things up a little bit. And I got a pretty good feeling that that's at least a possibility for the next couple of days. And that's why maybe we start to see some morning temperatures that start with a 6, even this morning, but better chances coming up as we start to maybe clear out those skies just a little bit. And that'll start from the north and spread down towards the coast as this weak boundary is still lingering across the area. And that's what's providing the focus for all these showers. You see most of the numbers between 70 and 75. That's likely where they're going to stay for the next couple of hours. That breeze is something you will notice, nothing that we're going to call windy, but yesterday at times you really felt that breeze. I think we're going to feel it again today too. Now the feature that may jump off the screen is what's going on off the Carolina coast. That's that area that's at least trying to form something tropical. Whether it happens or not doesn't really matter. It's going to be a real soggy mess for the Carolinas for a couple of days, and that will promote that northeast wind that's trying to help push that boundary a little further to the south. So I think for us today, that northeast breeze should be successful enough to slide that boundary a little farther to the south, and that's why we get some hope maybe for a little bit of clearing over the next couple of days. I don't think it's going to be straight up blue skies and sunshine, because if that boundary lingers to the south and then starts to lift back to the north, we're still stuck too close to it, and that means, yeah, we can get some more showers in more spots. And I do think at least over the next few afternoons, the chance for a few showers is going to be there, but hopefully a little bit later on this week, things start to move and change a little bit. This is that area on the tropical satellite, and maybe at times it looks a little like something. On the radar, you can certainly see plenty of activity from like just north of Charleston all the way up through North Carolina's coast. So it's going to be real wet there for a couple of days. And these are those persistent waves of rain. So really soggy for the Carolina coast. And we'll see if anything comes of what we're still calling potential tropical cyclone number 8. I mean, there are some winds around a hard to find core near 50 miles per hour. So that would be enough for it to be a tropical storm if it could get that organization that it needs. And it's a possibility that happens maybe later on today. So we'll watch, we'll see as this drifts to the north. The thing that this is going to do for our area, it's not going to bring rain, but it will bring that northeast breeze that hopefully moves that boundary a little farther to the south. We are still watching Tropical Depression Gordon out across the middle of the Atlantic. This one's having a tough time, and it's likely going to stay out there, really not near any land areas. Whether or not it gets stronger again or weaker, also one of those things we'll watch and see, but it is not expected to impact any land areas. Here's what it looks like. Doesn't look all that special out there, and while I do see some other pieces of energy maybe south and east of it, nothing there looks like it's forming. So yeah, there's activity in the tropics, but nothing that we need to be concerned with, not around here. On the Gulf today, winds out of the east 10 to 20 and seas 2 to 4 feet. We'll put a moderate chop in the protected waters. I want to put the rain chances like 50-50 for this morning and this afternoon. I'm expecting temperatures into the mid 80s. We'll call it mostly cloudy, but if we got a few breaks in the clouds, especially to the north, thanks to that breeze out of the northeast and east, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And over the next couple of days, it's really going to be a lot more of the same. Lots of clouds, that unsettled look and feel, but I do think we can get a few breaks where we get a little bit more sunshine, especially maybe tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. And of course, that will bring the temperatures up. If we can dry out at the end of the week, and I think that we can, the afternoons might get a little hotter, but the overnights may get a little cooler, and maybe things will start to at least look and feel like a little early fall for around here. Fall does officially start Sunday morning, and maybe we've got some brighter weather to look forward to between now and then.